And on the menu for today, EUnited, not to be confused with the European Union. Granted, I don't know what the E stands for. It could be European, I don't know. Once again, in the side lanes, the ADC, Snoopy. This lad had a very strong showing at the beginning of his Smite career. He was the best hunter during the regular season. He was the best hunter during the regional championship. He was first seed going into the first Smite World Championship. I recall watching those games live, and the skill gap between the teams was insane. You got Cogred right here, and then 10 miles down the road, take a left, then another right. Once your car breaks down, you've arrived at the rest of the league. But come game day, being a lack of preparation, maybe they got figured out, they fell flat. What's almost as impressive as his skills is how many teams and different rosters he's been on. And maybe that's an issue with Snoopy, as the rumor back then was that he didn't like playing Hunter, that he didn't really like playing competitive all that much. He actually made a name for himself by being an available sub.
Yeah, Snoopy kind of had a hard time finding his place, but mid is always the place he wanted to be. When he originally joined Cog Red, he wanted to be the mid laner, but because they couldn't find a hunter, he accepted his role as the hunter, and he played it very well, obviously.
At the beginning of the split, Snoopy switched roles, so it was shaky. He was learning the role, but now, it's a completely different player.
Yeah, Snoopy is really good in all roles, I think. And he's been doing a really good job in mid, and we can even just play hunters in mid, so that works as well.
Snoopy's always been a strong player. I think his problem is he's constantly switching roles. I don't think you can master the role in a couple months. I think, especially with Smite, it takes a year of fully understanding every character, and a lot of Smite is your perspective of how things go, and you need to learn all those little mini trades and what you can and cannot do, and that just takes time and grinding practice. And if you switch to that role and you only have 3 months to play or a couple months to play, then you're not able to adapt in the moment when it comes to that top level.
He was a jack of all trades and readily available. Your support ate some bad gas station sushi that day? Alright, he can play support for you. Your jungler got grounded again? Alright, Snoopy's jungling. He plays for the fun of it with friends just because he can. I'm all for fun in games because, hello, it is a game. But it's generally not going to look too well in competitive standings. He would phase in and out of the league, to the point where if you saw him, he was somewhat of a harbinger of doom. When Snoopy ends up on a big team, it's usually on the way out. The most recent being Luminosity, and the most notorious being Team Envious.
No, that was not worth, because during that whole process, speed buff and blue buff were taking from Sword, and now they pushed it out the solo lane, and now they're getting their own blue buff and speed buff in return. Now it looks like Envious is still grouping up into the solo lane, where Baskin and Homie is currently level 2, just hitting at level 3.
Okay.
Against 5 level 1s.
So 5 level 1s, there's Berserker Barrage doing a ton of damage against all the targets. So Bludgeon's going to hit 3 people and smash down 1. Well, he's going to get plucked around, and meanwhile everybody else is continuing to farm up as Baskin's getting 4-manned at the moment, but Baskin's still alive, finds the second kill as well. Bludgeon again hitting 3!
Oh my God!
Number 1! Alright, okay, yeah, I'm done. I don't even know what Envy was doing there.
He just 1v4'd at the end there. He was level 3 against 4 level 1s after Homie Faye died, and now Baskin's in a position to just destroy in the solo lane.
Credit to Baskin for what he did there in that situation to be able to pick up the kill. Snoopy goes back in again, but this is farcical right now from Soul. They just started surrendering. Well, they surrendered as well.
I'm speechless. I'm actually speechless right now.
So, for you guys at home, I just want to apologize now for that set, because I did not know about that, but that is atrocious. I don't even know where you come from or what you play, but that is just embarrassing.
But I don't think the fun's going to be lacking with this man on this team. We'll talk about that in the team phase. As next is the solo laner Variety. He wasn't unknown before the Smite 2017 World Championship, but his performance there definitely put him on the map. The team was struggling at the semifinals, and he put them on his back, soloing 3 times back to back to back, one of arguably the best players in the league. If there was ever a case for giving the MVP award to someone on the losing team, this one should have been it.
We are the last at Variety, and he will claim first blood for Obey Alliance. But Yamin on the rotation, looking to punish.
Nice backstep, Variety perfectly reading when that portal was going to come out.
And he's good again. All on Panda like he immunes most of the knockup with his ult himself. Meanwhile, solo killing the right-hand side. Nobody knows what went on. All I know is Dimmy is dead.
Variety getting the better of Dimmy in both matchups. 2 games, 2 solo kills for the solo laner for Obey.
So hard to fight into that as the hunter waiting for him when he gets back to the left side.
Credit where it's true, but right-hand side.
Again?
Dimmy's in trouble.
3 games in a row.
And Variety is solo Dimmy 3 times now. Variety once again The opportune saving grace for Obey.
Ever since then, he's been relatively top tier, and he's probably got the heaviest foot in the league since it's always on the gas pedal, which can get him in trouble sometimes as he's always playing as if he's always in the lead. Playing on the back foot doesn't seem to be in his repertoire.
Is going to fall. Variety somehow gets a kill out of all that to at least take down the bird.
They're still trying to bring down Variety, but it's going to take them a while because these guys are all out of mana. They're going to have to disengage, and Nisser's going to end up falling as well. But now Variety's got backup. It's just going from bad to worse here for Space Station.
Look at his camera. He's laughing. Variety is in tears after he somehow gets 2 kills.
And on to the support Genetics. Odd case with this one. He's also had a very successful career in the European minor leagues, and he's finally getting his big break swapping in for the prior support EUnited. For anyone who's been watching the league for a very long time, Snoopy and EUnited are iconic. Call it a coincidence, they have been on rosters without each other, but a lot of their success has come when they're together. They play for fun, they play with friends. Is EUnited being gone a bad omen? And the second oddity, Genetics is playing from Europe. The games are being played in North America. He's got to be playing on at least 100 ping every match. Is EUnited trying to make a statement, or are they feeling kind of lucky here? Is Genetics that much of a support monster that he can outperform other supports while having worse internet connection? Or is EUnited gambling that the pandemic's going to be over just in time for Genetics to head on over to North America? But the way things have been going after the pickup, I don't think they're out of good cards just yet, and I've not seen any bad juju thus far. Just in case you might need a little more than your lucky underwear, you've got Hurriwind in the mid lane.
Wasn't able to do anything, but he gets a quadra kill, like you said, using that circle of protection so beautifully and placing it perfectly right there. It's only something you could do if you pre-planned it right out of the spawn.
So well played, and we're talking about one of the best Titan defenses of all time already, just quadra killing the enemy on your Titan. Yes, he had some help from Variety and from Scream, but so much of that work is done.
He's had his fair share of success here and there, predominantly in the first half of a season. In the second half, he kind of falls off a little bit. Always known of Hurriwind, but what really caught my eye was in 2019. Before 2019, the matches were played online aside from some tournaments. That changed in 2019 as the league went exclusive North America so that the matches could be played in person. As European talent came over, this is the first time that teams could combine players from different regions to play within the regular season. And after such a dominating 3 years, everyone wanted European talent. And at the end of Phase 1, top 20 players in the league, 17 of those were European. And what stuck out to me was that Hurriwind was on the second best team and the only North American on that team. During a time of European dominance, they wanted him. And for good reason too, because since then, he's been shaping up to be quite a deadly mid laner.
To try and make their own counter, and they've got Circle of Protection. They've got the Fields of Love building up the big burst damage. Hurriwind gets the kill in the Cheerio, but the Titan's getting lower and lower, and Vote is still healthy. Hurriwind has gotten a double, but they have to control the Cupid in the back. Hurriwind gets the triple, but Dardes answers back. The Titan is low, but Dardes can't put any more damage on it, too.
Oh my
and
God.
attempts that get defended as Hurriwind gets the Quadra.
And then there was the jungler, Scream. That's a world champion jungler right there, showing his fists during a time where North America had little hope. And I'm not sure if there's a word more suitable for him than momentum.
It seems like Radiance want to maybe press this one into an advantage.
Yeah, they're popping the Frenzy as well, Gore. They are doing this by
No way.
EUnited feel it. That Scream popping in with the pounce and snatching it away. Frustration must be mounting now for Radiance as EUnited find the individual play.
Once he gets going, it's difficult to stop him. Once he's stopped, it looks like he might not get going again. Seems like there's an inverse correlation with the lad. If he gets first blooded, he's going to come back to hurt you later on. If he's having a good start, he's going to drop it near the end. Maybe it's a mental thing. Oh, you got first blood on me? Okay, now it's time to play. I got first blood. Oh boy, it's going to suck more when I lose later. Sometimes he does, sometimes he doesn't. All I know is seeing him on a Habois, Poseidon, or a Bastet, we're in for a match. And to be honest, my initial thoughts on this team was they felt a bit ragtag. Just a bunch of friends hanging out having a good time. They definitely had the skill, but where was the identity? Who is going to lead this team? Regardless of ping, connectivity issues, ISPs, the whole internet is a mystery. It's just tubes. I think Genetics was the chaperone this team needed. Supports are a key feature to every team, especially with the playstyle the boys are going with this year, let's just say they're taking PvE to a whole nother level. Ignoring everything except the objectives, making the enemy team feel a little shunned. They have split pushed the map with a Horus, with a Giannis. I'm expecting a Loki. I will be thoroughly disappointed if they do not play Loki at some time this year. Consider it a team building exercise as they make the ultimate middle finger to PvE. But is Snoopy gonna keep having family fun time? Is Variety gonna keep making weird noises as he solos people? Is Genetics ever gonna make it to North America, or will he always be playing with high ping? Is Heroin ever gonna play Loki in the mid lane? Is anyone ever gonna figure out Scream's best stat? Tune in Friday, Saturday, Sunday as these players battle it out to become the gods they were meant to be.